So here I was, in between end turns, trying to get this army up to the Alman fortification. The capital, nonetheless. Actually, that's the complete wrong word, but never mind. I tend to do stuff like that. But yeah, they attacked me. They attacked me a turn before I was about to attack them. And I would say it was pretty handy, because now I don't have to fight their army when they're in fortifications. And apparently they decided it was a good idea to attack when actually I had the advantage. So that was a bit odd, but I'm not going to complain about it. So this is the army I was sending in from the south. And as you can see, we have pretty good troops here. We also have some Hunnic horse archers, and this is the first time, I believe, yeah, definitely in the campaign, where I've used horse archers. I have of course used them outside of any campaigns, but yes, this will be, well, I don't know, it really depends on how effective they can be, and how effective these guys are at stopping them. But this is my initial army, and thankfully I'm close enough to this settlement to get the additional support of their garrison. And I have two armies to face. So, I'm vastly outnumbered here. Well, not too badly, but still outnumbered. But thankfully, I would say I definitely have the better units. Yeah, these Germanic Spearmasters, they may be tough, but as I've talked about earlier, the kill speed of the spear units might be what makes them lose this battle. But then again, I shouldn't be too cocky to say that I am guaranteed to win just right out of the gate. Also, if you're hearing some weird background noises, it's because, well, apparently there's a storm blowing outside. Oh, and it's a crossing battle, even better. So I won't be able to take advantage of my cavalry, but actually the enemy had the advantage, so I guess it was best for me to actually have it be like this. Now, here's just waiting for the enemy reinforcement army to come in on this side of the river. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the game to do so. Although, to be fair, I haven't seen that happen in Attila yet. I did see it happen quite often in Rome 2. Well, not quite often, but it happened more than it should have. Well, it should never happen, but you know what I mean. Oh, wow, wow. Look, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Look at this. This is crooked. Like the water it's not flat. Holy moly. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Just want to take a screenshot of that. Holy moly. Yeah, it's obviously that this area is supposed to be more elevated than this one, but unfortunately the way they elevated it makes it so that this part of the water, yeah, they basically took the water and also made that a part of whatever they tried to do here. The random map generator tried to do here, I should say. Yeah, so physics, yes, we have them. Definitely. Well, once that's said, I'll give it to the water effects. It's actually looking pretty nice. Looking very clear as well. Maybe a bit too clear. Oh well. Yeah. Any more weird physics? Maybe? Is this... No, I don't think so. But yeah, that thing... Ooh, that's ugly. Anyway, where are my crossings at? Okay, so we have that one, and we have this one. So we should have really no issue actually holding that. And our reinforcement will come in there. So, yes, well, my biggest fear in this scenario is that the reinforcing enemy army comes in from my side of the river, which shouldn't happen. But then again, things like this shouldn't really happen either. So who knows? I'll have the Legio and the spears over here. And then I'll have these guys over on this side, along with all the skirmishers. And the cavalry, basically. And the general. Why not? Oh, and they're all going over this crossing. Well then. It actually does mean that I can try to cross if I wanted to. But I don't really know if I want to. Okay. Enemy reinforcements, where are they coming from? Well, I haven't seen them yet, so that's at least, well, I would say it's a good sign to say that they haven't gone in on my side of the river, no, unless I would have seen. Yeah, there we go. Thankfully. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't screw me in that way. Okay, so I'll have these guys be stationed up there. And just have them basically protect that choke point, and 3 of those units should be almost more than enough. Of course, it depends on where these guys are going, but I think it should be enough. By the way, I also need to get these guys mortars. So yeah, you just hold that forge, and well, I guess you guys are gonna do the exact same thing. And you guys are apparently not gonna do anything either. You're not gonna be offensive. Oh, I see some splitting of the forces. Yeah, let's leave 1 archer unit there. So we can fight, at least try to fight, the Germanic hurlers. And, do you want to leave? Let's say 1 guy. Just 1 guy. That'll have to be enough. And yes, you are wasting your ammo. You are at half of your ammo capability. And you have killed 1 guy. Yes, like the 1 idiot that didn't put the shield up or something. Yeah, there he is. Somewhere on the ground. There we go. I'm judging you. By the way, I did buy the blood pack for, like, well, in my local currency, 15 kronors, which is around... It's 1.5 pounds, so... I don't know how much it costed in pounds, but... And costed is not a word, but you know what I mean. But yeah, reasonable. And I have seen some reports on it being a bit lackluster, but... Yeah, I like it. But I haven't done too much testing with it, so... I'm actually looking forward to having these, like, massive battles with the blood effects. I'll try to do some close-ups when I can. Also, I guess this really shows you when I actually am recording this. By the way, speaking of that, speaking of me recording way in advance, oh, they have been a bit effective, haven't they? Yes, but speaking of me recording way in advance, that's gonna end now, because tomorrow, from when this actually goes live to the public, tomorrow I'll be back again, albeit a bit late, and my goal is to at least have an episode tomorrow, and maybe pre-record an episode like after that again, the day after, just in case, you never know. So, after that, so in like 2 or 3 days, you'll actually start to get episodes that are recorded relatively recently. So I have had a lot of feedback in my part, which is amazing, and I do love to see you guys enjoying this campaign and commenting on this campaign and giving me tips on what to do. But the problem is that that's usually like 10 episodes behind what I'm actually doing, so more often than not it's not relevant anymore, or I've already fixed the problem that you're trying to help me with. So I'm going to try to make like the buffer be like maybe like 2 episodes, something like that, so to make it that your input actually has an effect. Because yeah, I've actually felt quite bad that the feedback you've given haven't really been, well, it hadn't been relevant to me. By the way, could you please do something? Like seriously, you are the attackers here. And I could potentially sit this one out. I could just sit back here and wait until the battle time went to 0 and I would win. I don't think I would have killed anyone, but I would win. Annoying. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm bored of being on the defensive. I think I'm still gonna be on the... Oh? What are you doing? But yeah, I'm probably still gonna try to hold this choke point, but... As for this side, I'm gonna try to break... Oh, yeah. Now they leave. And I have no idea as to why. Yeah, but this is pretty boring, I think.
We're being ambushed.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, I could just cross this now. And this isn't like a particularly great force or anything. But it would be capable, I think, of doing some major damage. Okay, let's have these guys come over here instead. And we have... Yes, a standard garrison, I would say. Auxilia Palatina, Prevantores, or however you pronounce that, and Legio Comitatense. Speaking of how you pronounce things, you can't really say that in the pronunciation of these Latin words are wrong. Because, well, it isn't spoken anymore. Like, well, it is spoken, but it hasn't been in, like, continual use. So, you can't just straight up say, hey, this pronunciation is wrong. But you could say, it's probably a bit off, but you can't just straight out say it's wrong. Okay. There we go. But yeah, my pronunciations are probably a bit off. Most of the time. I don't know though. And neither do you. Well, I'll just quickly shoot in. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. They softened me up as best as I could, which wasn't that great. Didn't do a particularly good job of that. But at least we actually got the battle going. Is this attacking Testudo? Yes it is! Okay. Interesting, which means I can actually move them when I have it engaged. That's pretty nice. So, just have you strengthen the center. Thank you. And you do the same. Something like that. So you don't mix too much with the unit in front. What? Yes. Yes, of course. It wouldn't be a battle. Complete battle without a unit completely messing up with formation. Although this formation, I don't know, it doesn't really hurt me too much, but it does make this side a bit, well, vulnerable from the flank there. But no matter, no matter. Sure we'll be able to win. Well, actually, who knows? Might go completely tits up. Who knows? And if you could target units that are not like glued to my front line, that'd be great. I don't think you're gonna do that. Also, the frame rate is absolutely horrendous. I don't know why that is. Probably has something to do with the sheer number of men on this battlefield. But yeah, you can see the new blood effects. And I have heard that I should think about combining this with the radius blood mods, which would be interesting, definitely. I really haven't decided on what to do yet, though. 36 kills, that's really disappointing, to be honest. Oh well, our warriors are marching. And I'm not gonna engage the cavalry. Well, maybe I should actually. I was just about to say I'm not gonna engage the cavalry before I had the support of the infantry. But looking at this, this isn't really protected. It does have this cavalry unit. That's actually it. At least from what I can see. So how are the other guys doing? 30. Wow, how are you this bad? Huh, yeah, I need to do some major hammer and anvil charges here. Or these guys completely enveloping them. Well, thankfully I have some cavalry to do the work in that regard. Oh, and here comes the support. Sure, send them back in. They're ready to fight again. And fight they will. Oh, come on. There we go, much better. What are you trying to do here? Really?
A unit is running from the enemy.
Okay, the same one, I'm presuming. Yep. Definitely just that. So, all in all, I'm not too concerned.
Riders at the double. Advance.
Do something like that. I should hopefully catch some of them. There we go. And hopefully my cavalry survives this, so they can chase down units like that. That'd be nice. Also, hopefully these will shatter quite soon. Oh, and you're back to the battle again. Oh, and I gave you a direct attack order, and that means that you just walked into the formation. Brilliant. Oh well, that's my mistake. Same guy? Yes. Didn't even get to engage in the fighting this time. Oh well. Can't say I expected any more of them. Yeah, sure, let's hit them in the back a bit. And not really like brutal unit you really want to hit them with, but I guess it's good enough. Also, wait until these guys can use their dots to the best of their ability, and then we'll send in the surrounders. Also, I've seen the Promontories do massive damage if they actually fight in the, well, correct setting. So all I need to make sure is that these guys continue routing, and then we should be pretty safe to order this massive attack. And could you actually throw your... there we go, much better.
General has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer.
Very nice, very nice. Should have a significant impact, since this is a barbaric tribe. As opposed to a civilized tribe. Of course, you can, well... I'm gonna say barbaric, but... that's not necessarily true, but... I'm sure you know what I really mean. Okay, I think we go on the offensive now. Something like that. And I think you can stop firing. Just to make sure. Also, same with you. Maybe not the best of ideas. How many were there? 52. I don't think you have the best of morale, really. But yeah, the enemy is surrendering in droves there, so... Yeah, a proper chain route has gone off, and we are pretty much done. So I'll do a bit of mop-up. There surely are a lot of damage to be done here. There we go.
God speak good. We are moments away from victory.
And yeah. Now what that remains is to mop this up. Do as much damage as possible. And then get out of there. Nice, nice. Actually, I think this gigantic blob right here has actually been taken relatively well care of. You're over there, doing your work. You're in that gigantic blob, which, as I said, is probably properly handled. And let's look at the cavalry kills. 510. 385 and 384. So all in all, pretty satisfying in my opinion. And yeah, I'll let those guys flee. Ooh yeah. So they engaged in a battle that, well, they could have won, but it definitely wasn't in their best interest to meet where we met. Would have been a lot better for them if they've just hold back a bit. Is that really only 5% of our army? I don't know. I guess not everyone wanted to be a part of the glorious German, not German, what am I saying? Roman Empire. Oh yes, and by the way, in between parts, Egypt attacked Eastern Roman Empire, and as the good ally I am, I joined them. Not that I'm completely sure that it was worth it, but I did. Okay, nice, loyalty secured and control gained. Pretty nice. Nice. This guy's now in a coat for some reason. Oh yeah, isn't that this guy? Yes, it is. And, well, we're about to head into, well, it's winter, and we're also about to head into Northern Territories. So, next turn, I'll mount that offensive. I will not suicide these men. And also give them a turn of, well, not suicide, but recklessly give them loads and loads of attrition. And yeah, also give them a turn to replenish properly. So, what do I want to give you? Well, just to try to get you down to this. Eventually. That'll be nice. Let's do that. And the armies are ready. But the other one isn't. And the season is all out of whack for this. But anyway, I think that is where we'll end it for this part. I thank you so much for watching. And join me tomorrow for what I think... Yeah, I'm fairly certain I'll record I'll record the one for tomorrow for you. I'll record that now, and then the next one after that should be uploaded the same day. It should be made public the same day that I actually record it. So by then, I will actually like read your comments with tips and stuff. So if you give me any tips on this video, I'll, for example, I'll actually respond to that if it is like tips that I think is needed and should be taken into consideration. But yeah, so one more part that is pre-recorded, and then we're off to relatively, well, recent parts. Definitely for that day, and probably a few days after that as well. But yeah, that is enough of my ramblings. I think, well, I hope you did find it enjoyable, and that you will continue to find it enjoyable in the next part. And I hope you watch that as well. Thank you so much. Goodbye.